time for trigger warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
How dare you!
Hello everybody and welcome once again to Trigger Warning. I'm Hayden Hewitt and I'm joined as ever by the stunning and brave Graham Booth.
Hey Hayden, you alright?
Oh, I'm
sorry,
wonderful.
Sorry for myself. Then at the start I was like, oh, I was just checking that there's a link on the thing for the fundraiser.
Yeah, I put it on before. So, I guess we should probably start with that, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah, probably. We've not really spoke to anyone since then, have we?
We barely spoke to each other.
No, I know.
To be fair.
Apart from you phoning me to make sure I'm not crying too much.
Unrelated, but yes, I did do that. Okay, so for those who don't know, the Trigger Warning studio was broken into on the early hours of Thursday morning when they took our cameras and some other bits and bats, and they went through the whole building. It wasn't just us. Now, this happened 3 years ago when they got away with even more equipment that cost us a fortune. And it happened again. And it was soul destroying. We had a load of stuff planned for this year, regardless of everything else that's going on in my well-documented shit show of personal life. We had a load of cool stuff planned, and it just took the wind out of our sails, and we didn't really speak, Graham, which is unusual because we chat a lot of shit, usually. We didn't really speak, and at the weekend, I was basically of the mind that it was finished, because I didn't want to do it again. Didn't want to start again, doing it in my real life and now doing it here. I just didn't want to. So I said I was going to put out a statement, and that was possibly going to be the content. I would have spoken to Graham first. But for some reason on Sunday when I thought, we'll try, because a lot of people have said try crowdfunding. And I didn't think it would bring that much in. Times are tough for everybody, Times are hard. And the response has been amazing. Not just the people that have donated. Some people have really gone way above and beyond. But also, people sharing the link and just the messages that we've heard changed my mind. Completely changed my mind. Made me realise that, well, shit, people do like this stuff that we do, and once people started, messaging us and sending us their money to rebuild, well, how could you not? How could you not do, like, right, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see. If we can raise the amount we're looking for, we've got a plan. If we can't quite raise that, we've been making other plans as to what we can do. And what we can manage, and yes, there is. I noticed we got usually people trolling us in chat, but we have got Natalie in there. Hi Natalie, how you doing? We've got Smoke Steve, Mr. Kill C1, and Happy Dog saying, "What a surprise! Hayden's first response was to go all emo. He's like the oldest teenage girl on the web." I know, I'm just funny like that when I get fucking wiped out for the second time in 3 years. The first time they got away with, I think it was about 16, 17 grams worth of stuff. So this time not quite as bad, but still very, very bad.
We've just started putting feelers out for some special guests for live events as well and stuff, aren't we? And it's like, oh wait, we can't do it anymore now. Yeah. Great, cool, sweet.
It's finished. Great. Yeah,
and it's one of them where the cameras are part of why we have that space.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that those cameras are available to people other than us who are there. We won't go into the details, but it's one of them where a lot of people have been messaging saying insurance and stuff, and it's like, well, yeah, but there's like, what is it, like 5 businesses there? Insurance, any kind of insurance situation isn't going to happen tomorrow, and by the time anything did happen, which it probably won't, we'll be gone. We'll be done and dusted by then. You know,
it won't cover it anyway. It just won't.
No.
To insure all that equipment to cover it would have meant paying for the equipment every year, from what I can tell. But you know, whatever. It's nobody's fault. And I don't want to go too far into the ins and outs of it because things were done there. It's not an inside job, by the way. I know a couple of people asked that, but the police are on it, and we're doing what we do. How did we? Natalie asked how we came back from the last one. Investment, because at that time it was trying to do the BVTV project, and we're doing commercial work there, which we're trying to do more of at the minute to pay for everything. But myself and one of the companies that we work with invested again. In fact, you know, those guys, or that guy, has put so much into what we do.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. Time, effort, energy, and money. And you know, everyone was just heartsick. You know, everyone was just heartsick. And
Aphid Liv said, I thought Manchester was rather posh.
Some bits of it are. Where our studio is not posh. It's
right. And excuse me, Natalie, on my headphones. Yes, I am using my daughter's headphones, and they're like sound limited to not damage her ears, and I can't override it, so I can barely hear Hayden. It's really frustrating.
That's unusual. I can obviously hear you loud and clear, the loudest man in the universe.
But she's so. We've got our own headphones because she kept breaking mine, and it was really annoying me. But she's moved the cable that connects mine to the thing, and I don't know where it is. Mine are just there with no wire in them. I'm like, what have you done with it? I can't wake her up because it's 10 at night.
Dude, Junior, speaking of headphones, we got Junior a headset.
Yeah.
And so I've been listening to the drama unfold. Him and his mates are all on there, blocking each other, falling out. I logged on one night to play with them. They all sent friend requests. I said, I'm not accepting. My son said, why? I said, you'll understand when you're older. It's creepy. But the shit they talk.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him, I said, don't talk like that. And then I realised that when I'm on a game with you,
oh, yeah,
we are far worse.
Yeah, and you probably were. You were just as bad when you were at school.
Well, no, we didn't have those things when I was at school, obviously. I'm way too
old.
No,
but in terms of, you know, bantering with your mates whilst you're playing football or whatever,
but
of course.
We were playing Fortnite together.
Yeah.
And we played duos. And we won. We beat 98 other people and won. Now, the problem is, Junior's 7, this made him so fucking competitive that when we lose, he shouts at me now. So we've fallen out over that because he runs off, gets shot and goes, where were you? So, what do you mean, where am I? I'm where I said we should be.
I thought you were at my 6, motherfucker.
Exactly. Dude, I just get torn to bits. So I saw someone ask, Alan said, does this mean there won't be a live Meat Rack 2 then? Meat Space 2? Well, we did talk about that today a little bit.
Yeah.
We were planning it. I think with us having to crowdfund this, it would be a bit wrong if we suddenly announced that and asked for more money from people for tickets.
Yeah, that'd be the thing right now. To be honest, it might have been. I mean, well, we'll have a list of everyone that donated. So maybe when we do a live event or something, maybe we could like sort something out. I don't know. We've not even talked about that yet, haven't we? But we didn't want two begging streams at the same time. You know, please pay to come and see us. Please pay so that we can do something. It's just like it's a bit much.
Nick, who is a long-time friend of the show, Nick Harrison, there says he's got a couple of pairs of DT100s. Might just need new pads. That'd be cool. Manly headphones. In fact, my favourite headphones, DT100s. Make you feel like you're on the radio. Really cool. I like those. Big oblong.
That'd be nice.
So when I was around at Richie Allen's, I tried to steal his, but he caught me. So, that was an end of that.
I just get, in fact, this is the pipeline, is it? I was just saying about my daughter breaking headphones because she snaps them. But when I'm live, I quite like just one ear. So whenever a pair gets snapped and I've only got one ear that's attached, they just end up in the studio, and there's just a constant flow of him.
3 inches of disappointment. Thank you so much. And it's not the size that counts. We think you're magnificent. Sorry, I had to interrupt there. We got
no, you're
donation.
all right. You're all right. We've got was it where was the donation? Oh, with the thank you. Yes, because obviously our super chats are dead, but we can still get Streamlabs, can't we?
Yeah, super chats gone. There's never coming back.
Essentially, Streamlabs is just like PayPaling us. But if you do it whilst we're live, the message comes up, and everyone knows, and you can show off. So yeah, it's there. I am logged in actually, so I won't miss it. He says with the red light in your room and pink headphones, you'll yeah.
By the way, before going,
the worst stop on chat roulette.
Because I want to. I know Alex will enjoy editing this because I want to talk about Israel and Palestine afterwards. But before we do that, just got to say some as well as. Genuine hand on heart, thank you so much, guys.
Yes,
for all your donations so far. It's been overwhelming.
Right,
Secondly, massive thanks to Richie Allen, who's really pushed this out there for us, and as ever, a great mate of ours in the show. And also someone who I didn't speak to until today for the first time ever, Mark Bayersky. Richie knows him. He sells crystals. Now I don't understand, okay, and I've said some very shonky things about crystals, but nothing I wouldn't say to Mark, obviously, because I'm a dick. I'll do these things, but he sells crystals. And what he did out of the goodness of his heart was organise a raffle. So if people donated to us, they could win a crystal. Unfortunately, GoFundMe don't allow that. So he was telling people to donate direct, bless him. And I had to message him and say, this is a beautiful thing, thank you, but they could pull the whole thing.
We had a bit of a panic today. We were like, no.
So what he did, he said sorry, which, it's like, dude, you've got nothing to be sorry about. But then he got back to me 10 minutes later, said, I've taken the post down. I said, it's all right, dude, thank you so much. And they went, I'm running it through my own system. I'll just send you the money. And today he did, the same day. One amazing guy said, Mark Bayersky, thank you so much. I should have looked up your website to plug before I did this, but when we put some of the videos up, we'll make sure we'll put it in there as a thank you. Just thank you so much. That was really, really good of you. And like I say, just been genuinely touched. Yeah,
it's been amazing.
People have said that I'm touched for years, but genuinely turn things around. We've got a plan now. We've got a fucking plan instead of just desperation and like, right, we can't do this again. Because I couldn't put the money in again. The people we work with couldn't put the money in again. It's too much. It's thousands and thousands of pounds.
Yeah, no, it is. Even that the $4,000 target is doing it on the cheap. Like it really is in terms of like, setting up, doing it properly again.
The only reason it'll be possible, it means we can't film outside, but that's okay. Is that the technology we're looking at last time we bought the new cameras was way more expensive. The prices have come down dramatically. But we'll see what we can do. But so far, guys, thank you so much. So far, so good.
Yeah. And, the total, what are we? I mean, we're on 1,220 on the actual GoFundMe, but if you're taking the PayPal into account, it's more like 1,350, isn't it?
Thereabouts, yeah.
I've lost track because we don't get updates on the PayPal, do we? But
because I don't check it often.
I know, yeah. Just install it.
Well, actually, no, I do, because what I did, I got him. It's how I found out. I gave him my PayPal address, so I get the alerts.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then it'll just go in. We'll put it all in that savings account, and then what we're going to do, by the way, guys, is show you what we spend it on.
Oh yeah. Every single thing will be
so that there's no surprises.
I'm not looking to we joke about new headphones. I'm not looking to every single penny will go there, and same for the Patreon and everything. Like sometimes we'll have like 20 quid each that we can split at the end of the month. It's been a good one. But any Patreon that £10 then that just came in through Streamlabs, everything will be going there. We won't be, which I'm sure my partner's really glad to be hearing just through the door. Yes. There, she's just lay there stressed from working 6 days a week.
Ian Cams just said you never film outside anyway, lazy bastards. But
No, we don't. No, we
that's
don't.
something I would do to make money to pay for the studio.
Yeah.
And I had 2 filming jobs lined up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Which were for me and towards the studio. So, it doesn't always pan out the way. We can't always do as much as we like for Trigger Warning.
No, but there's things that happen that keep the studio open. I mean, you've all seen the space now, or most of you've seen the space. It's a big room there. We've got to kiss a lot of asses to keep that going, and having very nice cameras that you can film anywhere with goes a long way to kissing people's asses, because people like being filmed and they like, all the rest of it.
And those cameras were fantastic. They were absolutely marvelous. I missed those so badly.
We just got that depth of field so nice with the fairy lights around the skulls behind you, Hayden. Oh, the effort. It only took us 4 years.
The fuckers even went rooting round in there.
Bastards.
I like the way they opened up, because we got the old auto cue of Marty's that was never ever used. They even opened up the case for that and then just promptly shut it again when they looked inside. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's so annoying that they had the time and everything to really do that. It's really, really, really frustrating.
I'm going to try and get some of the footage.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get it from inside the studio. It might be from just outside in the hall, but I'll get some. You can't recognise anybody. They were, all done up to the nines. Apparently, I've not watched. I've not even been back there. I went down on the Thursday, took out everything that was left, and brought it home. And Felbrig, one of the setups we're doing with the new setup, providing we can go through with it, is that each and every time we film, it will be packed and it will go home. Yeah. Nothing's staying there ever again now. So
no, nothing will be there.
And even if we move somewhere else, everything just comes home. No. If I can't have eyes on it, it's no good.
The place, it should be secure. There's a shutter, there's an alarm, it's linked, there's cameras everywhere. There's cameras that are viewable. Really, an alarm should have gone off and someone should have been looking. But God knows. I don't know all the details.
Yeah, Natalie said. By the way, thank you very much, Charlotte. That's very good. And of course, Aphid. Cheers, fella. Natalie said, "Breaking Bad style mobile bitches." Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? A camper van.
Yeah, well.
Trigger warning camper van.
The good thing is that the new system is going to be a lot better. A lot better. You're gonna. Especially we've been talking about this a lot, haven't we? But because people are really digging deep and chucking money at us, you are going to notice a marked difference in quality when it comes back. You're going to be like, oh right, oh shit, yeah.
If we can definitely do this,
yeah.
If we get the equipment, yeah, people definitely will.
You will.
And the way it's being built is modular, so as if things turn around for me personally this year, I will add another 1 or 2 cameras myself of the same system, and it all works as a system. And it means that we can do more meat space events and take the full rig. Simply, not taking PCs with us, just because what we're doing, looking at replacing a PC and then new software licenses, just it's not viable. However, there are now hardware solutions that fall within that price range or lower that don't require that. They're not as fragile. They don't run Windows, and they do one thing. So it just means that we can do more trigger warning. And it's great doing it like this on a Tuesday night where we used to do the podcast, but when we're in the studio, you can let rip. And if I let rip here, I get in terrible trouble. Terrible trouble.
I know it's bad when she opens the door and she just stands there like.
Guys, I'm not even allowed to play games with Graham at night because we just get loud and stupid.
I know. The worst is when I do what I just did then, and I take that earphone off, and I could just hear distant crying because I've obviously woken the kid up, and then she's being looked after, and there's
the amount of times when we were playing Battlefield, and I just when you get that sixth sense. And the stairs in our house come down into the living room, so they're open at the side. And you just turn around and your missus is there. Like,
yeah.
What? Would you stop shouting? I wasn't shouting.
I used to love it though, mate.
You were shouting nonsense. We'll just get into Fortnite, but can you just say, Charlotte said, do you think it was someone familiar with the show? No.
No, definitely not.
Because they didn't come to us first, sort of thing. They went elsewhere, and it was just a Brucey bonus for them. Like the last
Yeah.
time the building got broken into, those guys that came through the roof, smashed their way out through a wall, just all sorts of shit, found the studio. Happy days.
Yeah, and it's very unlikely it was anyone familiar. Very, very unlikely. It was just a sort of, it was just they saw cameras on the way out and took them. They didn't take the
They weren't
charges.
out on show, by the way. They had to hunt for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they went through, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking so annoying. So
The
annoying.
American Rebellion channel says any chance of catching them. Well, the police have got all the camera information. They know all the shops that people try. In truth, I doubt it. And even if they did, I doubt we'd get anything back. At this point, we can hope, but at this point, I've got to assume no.
Yeah, but that again with the thing though, isn't it? That could be months. I mean, even if they do find it, it's evidence, all the rest of it. By the time they hand you them back again or whatever, the show's already done. We're already gone. We lost the room. We've lost everything. Yeah.
Yeah, naturally the area is not that great, but it's
no, it's not. But it
is what it is. Where else can we go? Studio in Wilmslow. It's only £85,000 a year to rent here. It's beautiful.
Happy Dog's asking if they did a shit anywhere. Not that I'm aware of.
No, they weren't those kind of thieves, I don't think.
I mean, come on, that warehouse area around there, that's not your standard house thieves that are going around. No. It's people looking for big paydays, isn't it? Lots of gear, lots of stuff to carry.
Oh, Natalie, I just made that figure up. I don't know. That's if you went to the posh part of Manchester. I imagine that's how much it would be. I don't know. I've never gone. No, Jason, I'm not building a studio in my garden. There's not enough room in my garden. My neighbours dislike me enough when I go outside on the phone in the evening, let alone sitting in my shed.
And NPC one has just said Dominic Frisby for number one. We were chatting about this today, weren't we? So for anyone who doesn't know, Dominic Frisby does libertarian love songs, and I fucking love him. I've not heard a song of his that I haven't adored.
I've only listened to one.
Oh, he's got one about how maybe Boris Johnson will be all right. He pisses off all the right people and all. He's fucking funny. But yeah, he's got 17 million fuck offs, and it's currently number 2 in the Amazon's bestsellers. Second to Ode to Joy, which is the EU national anthem. But yeah, guys, obviously you can free. I know, how pathetic is it? But it's pathetic. But I bought a copy of it, and you can freely listen to it on YouTube whenever you want.
I think the Ode to Joy thing is more pathetic.
Well, that's what this is a response to.
Of course. It should be Jerusalem. Happy Dog's correct.
Because we're leaving at the end of the month, and in fact the end of this week, isn't it? Lots of people said let's make Ode to Joy the number 1, which is putting a lot of money in Andre Rieu's pocket right now, because he hasn't asked for it or anything like that.
I don't understand these Remainers. Like Terry Christian's come out saying all the pensioners that voted leave should die of the flu, and everyone's kids should suffer and all those things. It's like, Terry Christian, you're just a twat.
He's fucking awful. And I tell you what, if you're sick of people like Terry Christian, you don't have to buy 17 million fuck-offs, but check it out on YouTube. He's done an updated version of it for after the election.
Yeah. And
it is so fucking good. It's just a release. And what I've been trying to explain to my missus at the moment with like how much fun centrists are happening, like how much we laughed at the election results, and she doesn't really get it. She's like, why would you care and all that? But I'm like, but if you watch this 17 million fuck offs, you'll see.
Oh yeah.
It very much encapsulates why we were laughing on December the 12th.
Charlotte just said Terry Christian used to go out with one of my good mates, and not a Pratt. Oh, we all know Terry Christian's a dreadful bellend. I think he blocked me because I posted those pictures of him and Jimmy Savile. Am I still blocked by Terry Christian? Have I got
I don't know.
Let's have a look. At Terry. Yeah, I think I'm blocked by Terry Christian.
I don't think I am, but he does that thing.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm.
He posts that incredibly far right talking point of like, You know, if what are the tangible benefits to leaving the EU? How does it affect you on a daily basis? Which is a really far right argument, really super far right, because you know, as I've pointed out a few times on this show, like someone could be falsely imprisoned and it doesn't affect you on a daily basis, and you're not going to get any tangible benefits for that person being relieved, but you can still care about it.
Yeah.
You can still give a shit about it. Like, specifically, how will it affect you, exactly you, on a daily basis? What's the immediate effect? That is a far right argument. That's as far right as you could possibly get.
Of course, what Terry doesn't understand is how it benefits me immensely is watching Terry Christian have a spastic fucking meltdown every 5 minutes.
Yeah, of course, man. That's it. It's like, it is literally, well, it's 17 million fuck offs, isn't it? It's fuck off to you, fuck off to all of them. Fuck off to people like me who voted Remain.
Yeah, we spoke about that, didn't we, just the other day, how when I met you, when you're doing Game Face, you know.
Oh yeah, I was a Remainer. In fact, well, I'm back to being a Remainer now because they've already sorted out, haven't they? Article 13. You know, the copyright thing that Europe's bringing in that's going to destroy news gathering and destroy freedom of speech, the memes and all that. Like, you know, potentially anyway.
Here's the thing, though, right? You say we said that because we're going to do away with that.
Yeah.
So you're going back to being a Remainer. But that means it's a rejoiner now. You're a rejoiner.
A rejoiner? Is that what I have to be? Oh, fuck's sake.
So you want Article 13, you dreadful arsehole.
No. Well, that's the thing. It's not that we're even going to get rid of it. We're just not going to implement it. It's the first law that we've publicly said, because what happens is the EU brings something in and everyone's like, no, EU law doesn't trump our law. And they all smugly say that, having never actually looked into it. A law comes in, a regulation comes in. We've then got 2 years to either make that law our law or implement a law that's along the guideline, you know, that's similar enough to sort of match up with it. So we would, you know, which we have done before in terms of GDPR, you know, we brought our own version of it in. It wasn't the exact thing, but that's the first thing that we've said, fuck off, we're not doing it. So I'm very, very happy.
Me too.
Very happy.
I'm literally overjoyed. I had a chat with an MEP on Twitter the other day, who wasn't in the best of moods because obviously he's going to lose that 65 grand a year very soon. And he was lashing out at people. And we had a wee chat. And he told me that I wear my cynicism like with pride. It's like, it's well earned, mate. You're all liars. And he's going, as I said, look, mate, you know, I can see that you're trying to get into being an edgelord. Why don't you DM me? I'll help you out. No more of these lame responses. He thanked me for the kind offer and declined. So he's just going to be out of a job and a shit poster. And not a good shit poster. Just a really shit poster. But why are politicians surprised that we don't trust them? Why are they surprised? MEPs who know full well they can't propose laws. All they can do is rubber stamp them. And if enough of them say no, it goes back up to the unelected and then comes back down with a different name, and then we go, yeah, okay.
Do you remember that Green Party dude who became an MEP? He was like the mayor of Birmingham or Sheffield or something. I can't remember where. And yeah, he's like a cool guy because he wears a hat and shorts and things like that. And he went there, and his first day was just like, it's chaos. It's just this. None of it works. This isn't what I thought it was at all. And he just got sort of quietly pushed to one side by the Green Party and everyone else, because his instant reaction was, this is just nonsense. It's completely corrupt, and it is. I mean, it is a lobbying centre for big business.
It's bollocks. It's bollocks. By the way, before I move on to something else, because I do want to be roughly on time tonight. Jason asked about Me Space 2. We did speak about that earlier. We had been talking about it, the break-in, and now the crowdfunding means we're going to have to push it back. Yeah,
we were pretty much going to announce it now, weren't we?
But not just because of the equipment, also because if everyone's being so generous and so kind to then come back and go, right, do you want to pay for this now? I mean, even though that's buy a ticket, it's still, you know, difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pissing down. By the way, obviously, anyone who's donated is welcome to come out on the piss at some point near Me Space. Goes without saying.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do something. I mean, especially for the people who sent several £100. We're probably gonna have to drop them a ticket, aren't we? As good as that.
You'd have thought we that
You'd
would
have
be
thought that, or at least 10% off,
yeah, well maybe 5.
5%.
Thing is, meat space tickets, we nearly caused ourselves a misery with what we charged last time.
Yeah, it was a bit. Well, yeah.
But we got to make sure the value for money and people get what they want. But we've got some ideas for the next meat space anyway, and it may or may not be at the same venue. Not just because I'm moving, we may use a different venue anyway. So we just gotta wait up, and there might be other meat space news in the year. It all depends on some other people and things. So yeah, it's just been put back. It's not cancelled. It's just delayed. Believe me, if I could, I would do a meat space event every month, every week. I would do it every Thursday if I thought it was humanly possible and affordable, because I genuinely enjoyed myself. So we'll get there, and I imagine Richie will be at the next one as well.
Oh yeah, he's got to come, hasn't he? Be insulted otherwise.
Oh yes, yeah, and we'll film more of it, and perhaps for patrons, we'll have a full live stream of the whole event.
I think he liked it last time. He got right in on that free wine. Everyone, a couple of bottles of wine, weren't they kicking about? Everyone's being very polite. Richie just walked in like, oh, nice.
Get stuck in.
He was getting people to bring him it. Bring me some of that brat one. No, not that one. That one. Yeah. Bless him.
Robert, I don't know if we froze. I don't know if it was from our end. I imagine it probably wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys want to come up the night before and meet space and go out and get shit faced, you do. I might not join you. I don't really do pub crawls or get shit faced, but apparently Richie is a non-drinking vegan for 2020.
He came out as homosexual just before the end of last year, didn't he?
That explains the non-drinking vegan part.
Yeah, he's just slipping down, isn't he?
Yeah,
into the ideology.
I don't know that I see Richie making 12 months of non-drinking vegan. I'm not saying it's not like he's an alcoholic carnivore, but I don't know. He does like a drop.
He keeps mentioning it, bless him. Not a drink. Every day. What did he say today? He genuinely made me laugh today. Genuinely. Because he was talking about the coronavirus. And he just out of nowhere just went, "You slanty-eyed bastards!"
Oh, he got a community strike for that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. It was funny though. It was funny in the context of what he was saying. It wasn't like a.
Oh yeah. But it doesn't matter. There's no context now, is there? There's no context. Yeah. What got me was he was saying, he had guests on talking about coronavirus and said, it's basically harmless. It's a conspiracy, and then all these videos came out of these people basically collapsing in the fucking street with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, not collapsing like, oh look, it's a fake. Nobody will fall flat on their face for a conspiracy. I mean, these guys were just face planting. Face planting.
Have you seen the videos of the people in the city? Because they've all been confined to their flats and their houses, and they're all on the balconies doing like joint sing-alongs, and it gave me vibes about fuck how the war actually was, but how we tell ourselves the war was.
Yeah.
That spirit.
Do you know, I believe that though. I believe that because when we had that big bomb in Manchester, biggest bomb on the mainland, I was in town. Just down the road from that. It was very loud. I didn't approve at all. Damn near shit myself. And there was a strange vibe. After it, everyone got on. You're just mingling, talking, class, race. Everything went out the window, and you were having chats with people. What did you think it was? Oh, I think it was this. And it was just really chilled out. It's a shame it takes a fucking van full of explosives and hundreds of millions of pounds worth of damage to make that happen.
I did think getting together in this city centre to all sing "Don't Look Back in Anger" was a bit much. So it's like, a dude had just murdered a load of children in cold blood. I did think there was a little bit too much apologising on our front.
Oh, way too well. I mean, we had this.
It swung too far. Like I totally agree with you. It was that, and I saw a guy at the bus stop. Well, you know about this, don't you? Like sort of telling some fucking student girl to go, in a hijab to go home, go back wherever it came from. He was fucking Irish as well. That's the thing. He wasn't from here, and he's telling her and all this. And I kicked off with him big time.
Was it Richie?
Off, man. Yeah, Richie. When he was on the source, that's what he's like on a Friday morning. When he does, that's why he doesn't stream.
Why don't you just feck off home, you fucking bastards, you?
But he said that to me. He tried to threaten me, telling me he was in the IRA, and he's like, "Well, you should fucking know, then, shouldn't you? You should know better."
When I was young, someone threatened me with that. We fell out. I was going out with some girl that he liked, and it all just got out of hand, as it does when you're young. And at one point, he said, "I'm going to have the IRA around your house." It's like, really? The IRA are going to deploy to my house in Manchester, are they? Because I'm shagging someone that won't let you do it.
As if any prick who is in the IRA starts screaming it as an insult in the street. It's like, no,
What
mate.
do you mean? Someone's going out with that girl Danny fancies. I'm going round, blow his fucking legs off. Strangely enough, didn't happen. There we go. Chinese people. Someone's talking about that. By the way, I've got to get this in.
Go on.
Filthy bastards. Okay, that's why this happens. Because, people say it's morally the same if you eat bat soup or if you eat pork. Morally, it might be. But you know what? Farmed food has very miserable effects. Strange wild animal-y food has new things in that we didn't expect, like the coronavirus. And I've watched videos of this woman feeding a kid fucking live tadpoles.
Oh, yeah.
Right, in water. I mean, what's in that for that kid? There can't be that much nutrition in there. They're obviously not tasty. Didn't look like it. Didn't chew them. Just got them down. You know what you do when you get something you don't want? Oh, fuck up. There it goes.
Well, it's one of them though, isn't it? Like, because they do eat frog's legs. I remember when I was over there, just everywhere, frog's legs. They were dead tasty. Not much on them though.
Shouldn't be eating them filthy fucking things either, you fucking heathen bastard.
But like, someone might look
Frogs?
at
The fuck's wrong with you?
Someone might look at us eating honey, putting honey in our tea or on our toast, and just be like, "It's fucking mashed up baby bees. What the fuck are you doing?"
What?
The same thing goes both ways, doesn't it?
Graham.
What?
I don't know how to break this to you, mate.
Go on, what?
Honey isn't mashed up baby bees.
Of course it's got baby bees in it. Of course it has. Have you never seen it? It's baby bees, Aidan.
It's not what honey is, dude.
There's baby bees in honey. They can't process it.
But it's not like the way you're making out. It's like it's mashed up baby bees.
But someone might look at our culture and go, "Why the fuck would you eat that? It's full of baby bees. Why would you do that?"
I buy the clear honey and look, no baby bees. Whereas you're eating a live frog, which they do as well. Dirty bastards. Basically, dirty bastards. I don't give a fuck about, it's cultural. Fuck your culture, okay? Fuck your culture. How can anyone, right, scoop the innards out of a bat, which, by the way, can't taste nice, like fucking that dish eating live baby mice? How nice can they taste? Seriously, you dip them in sauce and you chew a live baby. It's called 3 Squeaks, the dinner. How good can that really taste? Do you know why you'd eat those? Not because they taste nice, because you're a cunt.
I'm a bit nervous, Aidan.
I don't care what shape your eyes are, you're a cunt.
I coughed then.
Oh, did you go through?
I'm hoping that I farted. I'm hoping that it was a bit.
Does it feel damp?
I'm not sure, man. I've gone basically numb down there.
Just put your hand down.
Pure panic. No, I don't want to.
Put your hand down and hold it up to the camera.
No, I'm assuming it was a fart.
Oh, I'm holding mine up with my
no, because then I've got to sit
here.
Right. I'm assuming it was fine. I'm assuming everything's absolutely fine down there. But either way, I'm not going to touch my asshole and then spend the rest of the show like vaping and messing with my mouse and adjusting my ears.
You can go and wash your hands, dude. I mean,
just I'll be back in a minute. No, I'm fine. Hey, have you seen the freak out about the 50p coin?
I can't wait to get hold of some of those.
No, yeah. People are saying they're going to destroy them.
Not only will I hold one like this, I will have the OK sign in my other hand. I cannot wait. But yeah, of course, the shit in the bed. One person said we should all buy them because we're half the country and then bury them. So, okay, well, you crack on with that then.
I thought it was a really good allegory for you know, the how information is presented around Brexit. You know, they're going the 130 billion already knocked off the economy, which is a completely made up number, completely made up. They've literally someone's just pulled that out of the air and
Well,
it just gets
bullshit.
repeated. But then they're talking about the 11 million that it's cost to make the money, but it always costs money to make money. It always costs money. It always does. All the money that's in circulation had an amount of money that it costs to produce. You know, you could just as easily say the last batch of 50p coins cost 11 million. You know, there's no like you. It's not like they were making 50p coins for free, and now it's suddenly costing money. It's a fucking ridiculous argument. Of course they did. Don't some coins cost more to make than they're worth?
Yeah.
It's a really weird situation.
But I mean, it's based on the lifetime of the
yeah,
currency,
I mean,
isn't it?
Yeah, only if you spent it once. But it's quite an interesting thing of like, oh my god, that's quite interesting that 5p cost 7p.
I just like the fact they think that it's so important that they show this protest of burying money. It's like, well, okay. Well,
why would you give a shit? You have coins for big events. Leaving the European Union is a big event.
It's even a nice message on it.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. It's like literally, they're never going to be happy ever. No. It's literally what is it like? Friendship. What was the coin? What does it say on it? I want to know actually. Brexit coin.
It says "fuck off, you foreign pricks."
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. I don't want one.
Peace, prosperity, and friendship with all nations. That's it. Peace, prosperity, and friendship with all nations.
Except the French.
Philip Pullman as well, that guy that wrote the Dust novels, he's been kicking off because it hasn't got the Oxford comma in it, saying it's not right. But it's like, no, mate, I'm sorry,
the
but
Oxford comma is optional. Do you know?
Well, it's optional and it's necessary when it's needed. Yeah. It's not needed with those three words.
To be grammatically correct, it's not needed anyway. I tend to use it. However, I've had that many clients lately going, "Oh no, just get rid of that, please. Can you just get rid of that? Doesn't scan. It's just another thing of being preposterously fucking annoyed about it. They're looking for things to wind them up. And what will happen is no matter what happens, any success that we have will be belittled. Because they're that desperate to be right now, they want to see their country fail.
Yeah.
They're desperate to be right. You know, it's like someone I know, he's a good guy, but he lives abroad, he's an expat. Constantly talking Britain down. It's like, dude, it's not everybody else's fault. You couldn't fucking make it here, you know, and you had to go somewhere else because that's the only two options for an expat. You retire rich, or you fucked it up that bad you've got to go somewhere else. I don't believe in nuanced thought. Those are the two options, you know. Or you're one of them dreadful old people that still takes the winter weather payments.
Hey, when I'm old, I'm getting as much of that free money as possible. Anything that this corrupt Labour government is willing to hand out.
You can always rely on Nick, by the way. The cost of coin production is offset by the status of legal tender. Some £2 shit it scrolled on me.
Some 2p coins from the 70s have copper content, which is worth more than 2p, but you can't melt them down because it's illegal.
However, you can put them in those machines at the seaside and bend them into funny shapes. We're going to have to talk about Israel, dude, because we've only got 15 minutes.
What's he talking about? Trump's over there right now.
Trump's fixed it.
He's fixing it.
No, it's done. It's quite genius. Because what he's done, he's come up with a peace process that didn't include, at any point, the Palestinians. What he and King Bibi decided is that they get quite a bit of the West Bank. Some of East Jerusalem will be their capital. They get the Gaza Strip and they get some other area, residential, agricultural, industrial at the bottom of the country, all linked together by roads. But of course, no one's happy. And I think it's important. We're all very keen to sit around demonizing Israel, who do some shady fucking things. But, the Palestinians refused the 1947 sort of petition, which would have been half and half. The 67 borders were refused. I mean, it's not quite that simple. They were refused by Arafat and then Abbas. Clearly, there's got to be something there. So do you know what Trump's done? He knows. He said to them, all right, Israel's going to keep his settlements, which can't happen. That just can't happen. But But to connect the West Bank and Gaza, there's going to be a 60-mile tunnel because, the Palestinians fucking love a tunnel. They can't fucking resist a tunnel. So he said you can have a 60 mile, it'd be the longest tunnel in the world.
Nanite Charlotte, by the way.
Nanite Charlotte, thank you very much. The longest tunnel in the world, probably paid for, I imagine, by Mexico. And for some reason, the Palestinians have gone, no, we don't like this. No, and everyone's like, well, he's so stupid. But you know what? He never meant for this deal to be fucking accepted.
No.
Never in a million years was it a consideration they'd go for it. Jordan will say no, the countries up that part of Egypt will go, Turkey will keep kicking. Erdogan recently called Israel a terrorist state when the irony was not lost on me or the Kurds. So it was designed, wasn't it, to look, I'm being reasonable, you're saying no, so here's where it goes next. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's a negotiation, isn't it? Of course it is. I'm not worried. I mean, as you know, Aidan, we fixed a lot of things on this show.
We fixed it several times. I don't know why they're still having problems.
We sorted Boris out, but I'm just glad that we don't have to worry about Israel anymore because Trump's it's just done. It's done.
Well,
I'm not worried.
He's going to fix it. He's going to fix it. I think the tunnel was a masterstroke because they do. They fucking love them. They love tunnels. Oh, they can't resist. Especially the ones that go into Egypt, because that's where all the leaders of Hamas make all the money on illicit goods that we're not supposed to know about because they're humanitarian good guys, not millionaire criminals. And of course, the Gaza Strip is obviously just a complete destroyed wasteland. That's what we're to believe. There's nothing, there's no residential areas, there's no wealthy people, there's no shopping centres. Just a wasteland because that's what was sold. And
it's that one street that they always take journalists down, isn't it? There's that one street, and they've got those same lads just playing football, just innocently going about the day. I mean, I don't know, man. It happened again recently with this 7 or 8-year-old. Depending who you listen to, who was apparently kidnapped by Israelis, murdered, and then whilst he was murdered and left in a puddle, and the search teams were also attacked by Israelis.
He was in a water tank, wasn't he? Froze to death.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone down there and he's drowned, and it's a tragic thing and everything. But I get so fucking sick of it because I'm just thinking, if it's really that bad, why do you have to keep making up these ridiculous stories about Israel that are just open lies, openly
Tlaib,
false?
What's her name? Tlaib? I forget her fucking name.
Oh, I know you mean. Yeah, one of the squad.
Yeah, she retweeted it in full and then left it up for hours. And then went, oh, there might not be any proof of that. Do you think?
Do you think maybe? Do you think no? But you just fucking hate them so much because you just share the lies. And I'm just thinking that why do you need to lie so fucking much about it? And I'm sure some people are obsessed with, Mossad and all that nonsense. Would just be like, well, it's Israel are planting these stories to sow distrust and that, and it never fucking ends, man. It's ridiculous. Even the shit with the settlements. That gets repeated over and over again. And they don't talk about the people who actually sold that land. They some of those people who were evicted didn't own it. The person who owned the land sold it because it had a shitty shack on it. Yeah. And then an estate got built on it. And they never talk about that because they're lying pricks. They don't talk. And it's horrible. Of course it is.
There's all nuance to this, Yes.
I don't own this. I don't own this building. My landlord could decide that he's going to build a big fucking tower block on here. You know what? And good luck to him if he does. And it'd be shit for me.
No one would come and stand in front of the bulldozer for you, would they, Greg?
But if I then start throwing my little girl at the fucking construction crew and all that, and start crying on the news and all that, it's like, well, no, I don't own the land. And it's just fucking ridiculous, man. And the problem is because these people have just got no respect whatsoever for property. They don't believe in it.
There's something else I found out. When I went through there for a few weeks with my now wife many years ago. It was in the 90s. We spent about 3 weeks in Israel. and you learn a lot of things. And again, you've got to put this fucking stupid disclaimer in. Yes, we know the Israeli government do bad things, all right? But there's so many shows that focus solely on that. Let's just take that as written and just crack on. A lot of the houses that are bulldozed and blown up, a great many of them are illegally built without planning permission. And they have the same rules as everywhere else. The letters have to go out, the eviction demands, and when it's ignored and ignored and ignored, they roll in and knock the fucking thing down. And it's an endemic thing. They put a lot of it down to cultural differences rather than enmity between Arabs and Jews and things. But that's one of the reasons a lot of places get knocked down. Maybe not the only reason, because we do know about the retaliatory building flattenings that do happen.
Yeah, of course.
What everyone does, obviously, they focus, don't they?
Yeah.
They have in a retaliatory manner flattened that house. Therefore, every house that was flattened is retaliatory. And what was it someone called it today? A slow genocide. It's a slow genocide. Do you know how slow it is? The birth rate's been going up for 40 years. That's a very slow genocide. That's a very slow genocide where you allow the population to continuously grow of the people that you're genociding. There's too much drama from everybody on all sides of this. Everyone needs to just chill the fuck out. Take a step back and realise that you don't actually fucking know anything. And just because you don't like someone doesn't make their opinion valid. I was having a ding-dong. He's one of our followers, and he listens to Richie, and he was talking about this guy whose name I've forgotten. About he's a Middle East expert. I went and looked at this thing. Someone with a Jew fascination. Okay, genuine, full-blown Jew fascination. Everyone's Mossad and all this shit. And at first, the guy got a bit moody. Like, well, at least he can back his shit up, not like you, Hewitt. So I'm like, well, he has conclusive proof the Jews were behind 9/11? Could I see that conclusive proof? Then they're putting you to a 3-hour video, where there's like all circumstantial bits of shite that they link together and connect.
Yeah.
But then in the end, he's like, well, we'll just have to agree to disagree. And it's like, no, why can't we just fucking disagree? It doesn't make us enemies. It doesn't matter. It's not important. Let's just fucking disagree. Why can't people do that anymore? Why is it so important?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't agree with him. Richie was going on about genocide in Gaza today, but I don't hate the guy. I think the world of him, actually. I've got no issues with him whatsoever. And like I said to him, I was just before the cameras all got robbed, I was private messaging him saying, mate, I'll fucking vision mix to my best of my abilities for you. Absolutely fine. In fact, can you imagine how good Richie's show would be coming down? Because between the two of us, we can do vision and sound one each, and it would be good. Because we'd just be focused on that. It'd be amazing.
That is, by the way, guys, I think I might have mentioned it in that statement that I put out. One of the plans this year was to bring back the Richie Allen TV show. I'm sure he won't mind us talking about that, because it will happen, but it was going to be on a Thursday.
He's mentioned it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Thursday before we do Trigger Warning, and then Richie would stay for Trigger Warning so I can tell shit Irish jokes all night. Very good.
Very nice.
Fat Bellies just said there, the IRA over here in Northern Ireland are best friends forever with the Palestinians, holding rallies for them. Yeah, do you know why? It's because the Palestinians used to send them fucking guns. It's like solidarity. Well, why aren't you enjoying some of that solidarity with all the other oppressed groups around the fucking world? Also, the IRA. Alex, hello Alex, how you doing, fella? He says, I hope he brings you in again, Hayden. You wind his followers up so much. I do, don't I? I don't know. I was never comfortable talking during his TV show because straight away, I just, what mode I click into, Greg.
Yeah, it was so funny when he had us on, actually, and he was doing like 3 minutes on each subject, and I really wanted to get going, and he'd just move on, and he'd move on. He'd say something, and then you'd have a piece, I'd have a piece, and then he'd move on, and then I'd have a piece, and I was just like getting like, I've just want to fucking rant. This is driving me mad. Bloody structure in your show. It's probably why I get so many listeners, though, isn't it?
When you're in somebody else's house, you've got to behave.
Oh God, yeah, I behave.
I try so hard when I'm on his show. I try not to swear. I try not to say things that are too incendiary for his audience.
I've got to say this as well before we move on. Obviously, there was everyone's been going on about Never Again and all that. And do you remember Rory Stewart, the Tory that all the left like for some reason?
Oh gosh, yeah, the creepy one.
Yeah, he put out a thing, an article called "The Significance of Holocaust Memorial Day is Eternal." But what he didn't do was, when you share something on social media, he didn't change the picture, and I don't know if the focus is going to grab that, but on his tweet, it was just him going, as if, but really happy, like. And it's not really capturing it there properly. I don't know if the focus is grabbing it. Can you just see him there? And it made me very, very happy that he hadn't checked the metadata on the article before he put it out. Bless him. It's just like Holocaust. Oh, there's one to clip. There's one for BuzzFeed to clip.
Maybe
you know what?
Maybe we can do that on Thursday. If we do another one of these on Thursday, we'll talk about Holocaust Memorial Day and the reaction online.
Did you see they dressed them up in the outfits that they wore at the thing? Have you seen this?
I'm sure they agreed.
Oh my! Yeah, but of course they agreed. There's photos of like these ancient. Did you see the one, the old man just crying his eyes out, reliving the pain because they've wheeled him out and put him in the original uniform? Why would you fucking do that? Why not pay for him to wear like the nicest suit he's ever worn in his life?
I imagine they said, "Would you like to do this to remind everybody?" And he's gone, yeah, all right, whatever. I was sat there watching this because, I knew that Holocaust survivor many years ago was a big part of my life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was looking at those poor old folks and thinking, imagine. And it's not just unique to Jews or anything like that, but imagine having that in your memory.
Yeah,
that you were taken somewhere and your entire family vanished immediately, and then you were on your own. You were on your own. Cup of Tea says, special Brexit show, Thursday or Friday, please. Oh, Friday's when we officially pretend we're leaving the European Union, isn't it? Richie's still not having that at all. He's... No, it's not happening. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll try and do a show Thursday. I don't see why we can't. Same sort of thing, or maybe Friday. I don't know. It depends when I can get permission as well, obviously.
Oh, do you know what? I forgot about the studio. Then there was me thinking we were talking about. We're not talking about the studio, are we? It'd just be depressing being down there now because it'd be like a crappy little webcam.
Oh no, it'd be very unpleasant. Natalie's just said bedtime. Everyone, enjoy the rest of the show. I'd finish this off in bed, but I'm not allowed. Well, not allowed. What's wrong with the guy? I think you need to tell him to give his head a wiggle there, Natalie. You put your foot down with a firm hand. I remember Natalie's radio show, Sunday night, 9 o'clock, the interlude on Trigger Warning Radio. Full blown metal. Check it out.
They play very fast, I noticed that last time I listened.
Natalie said that he doesn't understand me. my husband doesn't understand me. Good night, Natalie. Sleep well. We're actually, it's 11:30 now.
Basically it for us as well. Yeah.
I have to get some sleepy days because I've got very much to do.
Yeah, I know. Well, we can scream about sex offenders another time, can't we?
Oh yeah, that's definitely on the cards. That needs doing.
And I'll try and get streaming again. I've got so much I want to talk about. It's like this, yeah. But yeah, just so people know, I'm going to be away this weekend for a funeral, and it's been sort of just bumming me out. Like I've had stuff here ready to go, and I've literally been sat here, camera light, everything ready to go, and then I've just been like, just like I can't do it. I miss me auntie.
Not been the best of times, hasn't it, guys?
No, not been. It's going to be nice.
So many of you here watching. I feel bad doing this, but we do have to go. We have to go. Please click like, subscribe if you haven't already. That helps us enormously as well. And if you want to help us get the studio back together, young Alex has been posting a link
It's the first link
First
in
one
the description. As well.
It's just a GoFundMe. We will be showing you every penny that we spend, what we're spending it on, so you'll know that it's not just another one of these sort of fucking weird YouTuber things where all of a sudden they turn up in fur coats and shit. We will show you what we're buying and what it's going to do for Trigger Warning, for the Trigger Warning shows, for the live events, and for the return of the Richie Allen TV show as well. So before we go, I do say again, thank you so much for watching, coming back, spending time with us. I'm fucking glad we decided to keep going. Huge thanks and my eternal gratitude to everyone who has donated so far, or who's thinking about it, who's shared the links, who's helped us get that out there. It does mean the world to us that we're going to be able to get back up and running sooner rather than later. And of course, big thanks to Mark Bierski, who is a stranger to us and has put himself out to help us by running raffles and things like that. Just, thank you, sir. And of course, Richie Allen, the big baldy gammon himself, who's been fighting our corner with us, but especially you guys. So on behalf of myself, Graham will say it himself, young Alex, and everyone else involved behind the scenes, thank you so very, very much. And do remember, we will be back Thursday. We'll put all the stuff up on social. Go follow at Triggered TV on Twitter, at Graham Booth, at Hayden Hewitt. And I don't know if we're going to do a Friday Brexit show. That would be funny.
It might be better doing a Friday one, just after we go and we can live react to all people.
We'll check it out because
see what's trending on Twitter and all that.
Yeah, usually Friday nights, no one really wants to go to bed early just so I can do this. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. We'll gauge it all tomorrow and we'll let you guys know. So do keep up with us. Do check it out.
No, not Friday. I'm away, as I've just said.
Thursday.
No. I
Thursday.
can't
We're doing Thursday. We can't do Friday. Maybe I'll pop on Friday night for a Brexit.
I might be a bit pissed in the chat. I'll just be drunk in the chat going, "Oh, you're all right."
Yeah, I might pop on for Brexit. It depends, because Friday night, it's going to be a brutal week for me work-wise this week and going into next week. Very touch and go, so I might want to just chill out with Mrs. Hewitt and that, but we'll see what happens. But regardless, thank you, and we're definitely on Thursday.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the way this fundraiser's going, we'll be back in the studio pretty soon as well, won't we? Like,
hopefully,
it's rocking up faster and faster.
I really hope so. So yes, give us your money,
please. Yes, we are begging.
Yeah,
as people keep pointing out. Yeah, it's begging.
It's full blown begging. It really is.
There's no rewards. There's no incentives. This is just straight up begging. Please.
Huge begging, terrible begging. But hey, that's where we are. So yeah, let's fuck off now. I'm going to play the intro again, so don't keep talking this week. That'd be great. And dearie me, we're about done. See you later, guys.
It's time for Trigger Warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
How dare you!